Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm back again with another video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 foods that I think are destroying your gains and slowing down your weight loss progress. So let's get into it. You are now dealing with the mic dropper, a divine product of my karma. Before we begin this video, I just want to preface it with a metaphor I want to use for calories, grams, and the food that we're going to be intaking throughout the day. So let's say that when you wake up in the morning, you regularly eat 2,000 calories a day. Let's use these 2,000 calories and consider them our currency for the day. Now, the only way we can spend this currency is by exchanging it with other currency. And this other currency, let's look at it in terms of grams, like in terms of weight and how to measure its volume. Now, let's consider your hunger or your stomach as an empty crate when you wake up in the morning. Your goal throughout the day, if you want to lose weight, is to fill this crate with as much other currency as possible with the currency that you have without overspending. So let me repeat that. You want to take the currency that you have, let's call it Canadian dollars, right? That's your caloric intake for the caloric needs for the day. And you want to use that and exchange it for foreign currency in terms of grams to fill your crate for the day. And you don't want to overspend your Canadian currency. This video, I'm going to be talking about 3 main foods or food groups that are bankrupting your currency and making you overflow or making you stay hungry throughout the day, and ultimately leading to you not achieving your weight loss goals. The first food group that is ultimately bankrupting you in terms of your currency for the day is any type of nuts, nut butters, nut spreads, or any type of butter or anything like that. It is just killing your gains, and let me explain why. Things like peanut butter, almonds, walnuts, cashews, all these things are like a high currency. So you can equate them to like the Kuwaiti dinar, which is like the #1 currency in the world. For $1 of our, Canadian currency, we'll get about 30 cents of that. Or approximately around there. Let's say, right? Now you got 30 cents to fill up your crate, but you spent $1. Whereas the alternative would be to try to spend $1 and convert to like the Iranian currency, which will yield you like 100,000 plus in currency to fill up your crate. So one would be the nuts, which is like Kuwait dollars, and then the other one, if you're converting to like Iranian dollars, would be like a massive salad, which would be low calorie dense but huge in volume. So now you know that like nuts are very high calorie dense foods. They, for a small amount, they yield a lot of calories and they don't fill up your crate enough. For 200 calories worth of something, you could have 100 grams of chicken breast, which will be 165 calories. Now you're 35 calories less that you're spending, but you're getting 70 grams more worth of food to fill your stomach. Another alternative would be popcorn, and this is my favorite alternative because for 50 grams of popcorn, you are getting about 160 calories. That's 40 calories that you have left over. Now you could save up those calories, or you could use them for like low calorie sauces or something on the top of the popcorn to make it more delicious. Now, Another thing is, let's say for example the chicken breast. No one can eat unlimited chicken breast. But when you sit down with, almonds or peanut butter or anything like that, you can just keep going scoop after scoop, handful after handful, and it's just gonna destroy any progress that you've made. You wanna keep that out of your diet. It just has no space, no role in the diet. It's a waste of currency. Get it out of there, replace it with popcorn. You don't have to replace it with chicken breast. That was just an example. Replace it with popcorn if you want something crunchy. And trust me, you won't be able to get through a whole bag or 2 bags of popcorn. And it's gonna keep you full. Now, piggybacking off of that, we're gonna go into peanut butter. This is another just bad use of your daily currency. You don't need this in your diet. It is just destroying your gains because 36 grams is 190 calories. And even if we go with the low fat version of peanut butter, like reduced fat, it's still 190 calories. All they did was reduce the fat and increase the carbohydrates. But for the same amount, 36 grams to fill your crate, it's 190 calories. That's still wasted currency that you're spending on a daily basis if you're eating peanut butter, man. So what do? Do you give up peanut butter? No, you don't have to. There's an alternative, and it's called PB2. I'll link it in the description below, man. Thank me later. Just saved your life. Get PB2. It's half the calories, it's more protein, and it's just as, if not even more delicious, because you can get the chocolate version as well. The second worst on our list is any type of canola oil, olive oil, cooking oil, coconut oil. You're not supposed to eat this stuff. You're supposed to put it in your hair, man. Like, it's a beauty product. It's not for eating. Stop using it in your diet when you're trying to lose weight. Why is that? For 1 teaspoon, right? Teaspoon of oil, like extra virgin olive oil, for example, it's 40 calories. So that means a tablespoon, which is like a regular serving, is about 120 calories that you're using. Now, I don't want to hear anything about, I need the oil to use so that, my food doesn't stick to the pan. Get non-stick pans, man. What are you doing? And for the oil, you don't need that oil if you're talking about, it adds taste. Nah, man. Like, you gotta make a sacrifice somewhere. And these oils are bankrupting your currency, and they're not filling your crate with much, man. 1 tablespoon of oil is about 15 grams. For 15 grams, you're spending 120 calories. That just makes no sense. Get it out of there. Don't use that stuff. What's the alternative? Non-stick pans and pan cooking spray. You can get it from Costco, Walmart, wherever you shop. If you get this spray, for 1 second, it's 8 calories. You only need 2 or 3 seconds to really grease up that pan, and it's good to go. And it has a hint of flavor of olive oil, canola oil, whatever, so you'll still get your flavor. But you'll get exactly what you need in about 1/4 of the calories. So again, we're spending less currency, having left over, but we're getting what we need out of the daily things that we use. So I'm not telling you to give up on this stuff. I'm just saying there's alternatives out there when you're trying to lose weight. The third and final type of food or food groups that are completely killing your gains, and this one is so dumb, man. Granola bars or trail mix or anything like that. Like, why? Why do you need this stuff when there's an abundance of alternatives out there? So let me give you an example. I looked up like the lowest calorie, healthiest type of granola bar, and it was something called the Health Warrior Chia Bar. This thing is 25 grams. Now, remember, we're trying to fill up our crate. 25 grams on the nutrition label for 100 calories. And that just is not enough to, warrant you using up your currency to consume this stuff. Where the alternative could be, because I'm coming at it from a perspective of, I don't want you to give up the stuff that you like. I just want you to find better options. So the alternative to the Health Warrior Chia Bar, horrible name by the way, why the hell would they call it that? The alternative is the Quest Bar, for example, right? It's not my favorite bar, but it's an alternative where for 60 grams, you're getting 180 to 200 calories depending on the flavor. Now you might be sitting there thinking, 200 calories is more than 100. Yeah, I get that. But we're thinking of filling up our crate, and 60 grams does not compare to 25 grams. For 50 grams of the Chia Warrior Bar, you're getting 200 calories. So already for less weight, you're getting the same amount of calories and less protein and less fiber. That's something I'm gonna do a video on later. But with the Quest Bar, you're getting like 17 grams of fiber and 20 grams of protein, and it's 60 grams for the bar and 200 calories. It's just a better alternative. You could go with a pure protein bar from Costco. You know, they're just better alternatives to all this trail mix and granola bars. Do I recommend them like you buy, because they are expensive? No, but if it's something you can't give up, I would think about substituting out the granola bars for these protein bars. The second option for you is to make your own protein bars at home. Search up the recipes. I'll link some in the description below. I'll even post a video of me making my own protein bars at home. This will save you money and you control the ingredients, so you know exactly what's going in there and how many calories you want to make it. I know I said we're only going to talk about 3, but there's one last one. I'll throw this in as a bonus because it's not something you completely have to change, but it's anything that's full fat. That goes for any dairy products or anything. Now, I don't mean it like how you can get the peanut butter that's reduced fat. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Just because something says reduced fat on it, it's not the case. Like I said before, they just take the fat from the peanut butter and they put it in the carbohydrates, and the calories are the same. Now I'm talking about any type of dairy products or something like that that's full of fat. You gotta switch that up to the 0% or the least fat option you can get, and you have to make sure that the calories are lower. This will help you in reducing that total currency that you're using up. Now, in a previous example, I used peanut butter that's reduced fat on the label. They reduce the fat, but they increase the carbs, so the calories are the same. Just because the label says reduced fat doesn't mean by eating it you'll reduce your own fat. You know, it's common sense, but I don't think a lot of people understand that. They see reduced fat on the label and they think it's healthier. But what you gotta look at is really the serving size you're getting, so the grams and the calories. When you're consuming these dairy products like yogurt, milk, or anything like that, you gotta find substitutes for that. So it has to be 0% yogurt, and for the milk you can substitute out for like almond milk, which is like way lower. I know I said not to eat almonds, but almond milk's different, man. Trust me, it's not the same. With these tips in mind, I think you'll be more equipped to kind of clean up your diet with these alternatives and better spend your currency at the end of the day. The goal is to spend the least amount of currency and exchange it for the most amount of currency to fill your crate with, right? Don't waste your currency. And at the end of the day, you should have a surplus left over, or you should be at zero. You should not be going into debt with your currency. So I hope that metaphor wasn't too confusing. It's kind of how I see it in my head and rationalize like what type of food groups I use. I like to have an all-inclusive diet, but some foods just don't make sense, and there's alternatives out there that you can use that can help you reach your goals way faster and keep you satiated. I'm gonna do more videos expanding on this topic. I'll do a video about nutrition labels in the future, but I really hope that this was kind of got your gears turning on how to look at foods that you're eating and what better choices you can make. Again, this is only if you want to lose weight. If you don't care about losing weight, then you clicked the wrong video. Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
You are now dealing with the mic dropper, a divine product of my karma. These rappers helicopter watching, claiming nice choppers. Come to